live. Still going live. And we're live. Move over, kids. How are you today? It is time for the Sunday night podcast. We got ourselves Devin at Rep Boy Collectibles. We have Bandana Gamer at Bandana Gamer. And David, who might be starting his own Smash Brothers YouTube channel soon. What's up, guys? How you doing?
Doing well.
What the thumbnail I have today is the Nintendo Directs might be going away. There was a shareholders meeting, and they said something along the lines of, if there is a better way to communicate, we will use that. Which, I mean, obviously, if there's a better way to communicate anything, you would probably want to use that better form of communications. But what do you think? Is there more to read into this, or is this just like they were just answering a question? Do you guys think Nintendo Directs are out the window? Because, I mean, we haven't had a real Nintendo Direct since November of last year.
Wow, has it been that long?
Yeah, there was a Direct Mini. There was a Mini since then, but and I think an Indie Direct. There's noise upstairs. Everybody, Social Games. Hi, how you doing? But yeah, if you hear some noise, it's not a bunch of cats fighting. It's just like metal on metal grating. But yeah, it's been since November since we had a Nintendo Direct proper.
Wow.
No. Well, I mean, with this day and age where you can reach so many people on your own, I'm kind of curious, like, if Nintendo really sees much benefit versus just letting everybody announce their own stuff. If Nintendo really sees any benefit of putting everything together themselves, because they have to hire editors, take the time to film 40 minutes to an hour presentation for third-party stuff when the third parties can launch on YouTube themselves.
Yeah. The Nintendo Direct, it's kind of like, were they testing the waters with Paper Mario? Like, they just dropped Paper Mario instead of, like, had a big Nintendo Direct reveal. Like, because that would have definitely been a really good Nintendo Direct reveal, I think.
Yeah, that would have been a good anchor spot for it. No kidding.
Devin, you're on mute right now, if you didn't know that.
Yeah, Paper Mario was, now that you mentioned that, it was just shadow dropped on Twitter. That's how I found out about it.
Yeah.
I don't really look at social sites anymore, like IGN or GameSpot. I think that's a thing of the past, in my opinion. Like, going to a gaming site and seeing what's new. I think people go there now for like editorials and whatnot. But I was at work and I was scrolling through Twitter and I was like, whoa, they just dropped Paper Mario on Twitter, and of course they cross-pollinate to YouTube and like Instagram and stuff. So it's the way that they get information to people is I think it's a little bit more convenient. So like Nintendo Directs, like, do they see merit in those? But they've been working for everybody for like the last 7 years. So I don't know. It's just,
yeah, I mean, so much so that Sony started copying them a year or two ago.
Could they maybe want to stop doing this because of the fact that, like, there's always seems to be a leak, or, oh, this is going to happen on this Nintendo Direct and blah, blah, blah. And like 97% of it always ends up being true. Are they trying to avoid leaks?
That's a good point, because, I mean, if all Nintendo has to do is, instead of wait on like 30 games announcing them at one time, they could just announce them over a 30-day period, and they don't have to like risk leaks.
Yeah.
And that's the other thing I was thinking of. Like, I don't know about you guys, but like the random just like Paper Mario, and I was like, what? Like looking at Twitter and just suddenly finding that out, I think it's a little more exciting in a way.
It's new. Yeah.
I would definitely miss the Directs though. I would too. I really like the 20 minutes of just reveal after reveal.
I think this is like just a larger picture thing. Like, I think E3 is going away. Like, I think these large reveals of multi-games is just going to go away for tweets. Like, a company's just going to tweet out what they've got, and maybe like Microsoft or Nintendo will promote what a third party's doing, but I think shadow dropping is what we're going to see from here on out, which sucks because I really like I'd have parties for the E3 stuff and like parties for the reveal and like be texting friends during things like that. That was a part of the experience was so great as a fan.
Yeah. The anticipation, the build up, right? The big day. It's like the Super Bowl of video games, right? It's like, I'm going to take off a week from work and just enjoy all the press conferences, as crappy as like EA's maybe every single year. But it's exciting. I mean, Ken and I, we were together last year. Not romantically, but
not for lack of trying on my part.
Depends on how you look at it. That's up to you, man. We spent a week at E3, and that was kind of mind blowing. Just on Nintendo's end because of how they operate. They seem to have like a very strict process. Like us just getting in line and play Link's Awakening was something. I don't know if you remember, Ken, but
yeah.
We got cut off right at our spot, and we were forced to come the next day and wait in line. Luckily, not for 4 hours this time, but I snuck off into the other areas of E3, but Ken was just Nintendo all the way.
Yeah, I couldn't get into the other ones.
But even being there was a lot, like with Sony being absent from last E3. I don't know if you guys remember that. They weren't a part of it.
Wait 1 second. Aiden Quinn just threw $2 our way. So thank you, Aiden Quinn. He says, never played Zone of the Enders. I'm now an addict. Zone of the Enders. Anyone play that game?
I think I know what it is, but no, I don't.
I'll have to look into it.
It's like a Konami game. If I'm mistaken.
Like Contra?
No, I think it's like mechs and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Like what?
Mechs, like
Mech robots.
Oh, okay.
Robot suits.
I might have to check it out. But what were you saying about Sony wasn't there last year, David?
Yeah, so Sony opted out, and so you could see that there were these big areas that were just missing from the conference floor.
And and they were opting out before all this happened this year too.
Right.
Which, considering they have the PlayStation 5 coming out, that kind of to me was like, oh, we are going into a brave new world.
Right. Their state of plays, their version of the Nintendo Direct's also kind of like, it was their way of getting us certain information that they, missed out probably last E3. But and then with COVID, it's like, obviously that puts a damper on a lot of things in the world, but maybe that was like the straw that broke the camel's back. Like that was the thing that just said, you know what? There won't be an E3 this year, and it forced everybody to kind of recalibrate and reconsider all the elements, right? Like,
yeah, will there ever be one again though? Now that companies had to deal with this,
it's tough, man. It's tough. I mean, Jeff Keighley, the guy who's like pretty much E3's child, he's starting off a new thing called Summerfest or something. And it's involving different companies, and that's the way he's going to get a lot of game news to certain people. But then again, it's like it's got to be a digital thing because you really can't have certain. You can't organize something like E3 again, especially in these times. It's a terrible idea. So I don't know, man. I really don't know what's going to happen with as far as how we will get our game news, if it's just going to be something that is dropped on feeds or YouTube videos or whatever. Obviously influencers will get some like hands-on and previews and whatnot, but it seems like it's going to be just something that will change over time. I don't know.
I know that like Nintendo drops a lot of trailers a lot of times that weren't part of Nintendo Directs, but I usually just skim over those unless they're first party. So if Nintendo stops the Directs, I think that that'll hurt my personal ability of seeing all the stuff because I'm subscribed to Nintendo's YouTube channel, and it's like they almost like every other day are releasing something new, but it's like some indie title or something like that. And if it's not on a direct, I almost look past it without like even giving it a second thought. So I really hope the directs are still like here to stay. Cloverzilla, what's up? And Aiden Quinn said that it's that Zone of the Enders is a 3D arena mech action game. Imagine Damien Ex Machina style, but super fast and flashy with a good story. Very fun. Already played the 2 games and gonna get the VR mode on PS4. And Nick Clanton just joined us. Hello, Nick Clanton. How are you?
What's going on, Nick?
What's up, Nick?
What else is going on? I don't know what else is going on in the world today. I mean, there's a lot going on in the world today, but what about video games?
We got the swimming update on Animal Crossing.
Oh yeah, the swimming update. Anyone play it? I played the swimming update for the first time yesterday.
Yeah, I played a little bit of it.
What do you think?
It was a really interesting and fun little addition to Animal Crossing. Like you guys, we were talking about it last week. I don't remember swimming being in the game. Don't know why, but I just think it's an awesome thing to do. And you can actually go out pretty far in the game too.
Yeah, and it gives you a whole nother aspect of collecting. So I could see it drawing some people back in, and because I mean, Animal Crossing for like the first 3 months or 2 months, where it was like a meme everywhere, it was Animal Crossing, and now it's kind of the Animal Crossing hype has kind of died. Although it is the first Japanese game in physical sales to hit 5 million. So it's a powerhouse in the sales department.
Yeah, definitely. It is pretty fun though.
I haven't got any pearls yet, though. I guess pearls are the thing to go for.
I didn't know that yet. I literally only got the chance to try it out just today. Otherwise, I've been playing the point-and-click adventure game.
Which one?
It's called Bad Dream Coma.
Bad Dream Coma?
It was on sale for 99 cents, so I decided to try it out. I've been really into those lately. And there's another puzzle game called Gorogoa, which is also really interesting too. It's on sale. It's definitely worth checking out.
Cool.
What have you been playing, Bandana? Anything?
Well, today, because it's on sale and I took in a bunch of stuff to trade, I picked up the Super Mario Brothers U port to the Switch.
Oh yeah, it's on sale on Amazon for $40. Is it on sale at GameStop too?
Yeah, and $40. On sale for a game that's like 8 years old.
I need to pick that up.
That's one thing I hope from like a Nintendo at some point. Nintendo Selects. I really want them to come out with a line of Nintendo Selects or greatest hits or whatever we call them.
If you were to pick like 4 greatest hits out of the Switch, which ones would you pick?
I think New Super Mario Brothers U would be a good starter. I mean Donkey Kong Country Tropical. I mean, a lot of the Wii U ports at this point in time, I don't think they're continuing to sell. I could be wrong. Donkey Kong, probably Link's Awakening at this point is probably dropped in terms of how many people are still picking it up. And Splatoon 2, maybe?
Splatoon 2, that's
Mario Odyssey is $50. Just cool.
Yeah, I was going to say, the Donkey Kong Country Tropical Freeze on the Switch is still regularly selling for
$60. Like
or 60 total, yeah.
And I can't imagine, like, at least digitally or physically, many people are still picking it up at full price. I could be wrong, but Nintendo just doesn't. It takes so long for Nintendo to decide they're going to drop the price for like a greatest hits thing.
It really does. I find that very funny about that. Yeah, it does take them way too long.
They don't really put their stuff on sale unless it is the Nintendo Select. So this is like a rare.
Yeah.
Hey, Nick. Hang on a second. Nick Clanton just said he threw $5 our way and said nothing important to say, just love you guys and wanted to show it. Aw, Nick, that is important to say. Thank you.
Oh, I agree. El Barto just put Catherine Full Body is coming out on Tuesday. I can't wait for that one.
That one still like confuses me. What is that game?
It's described as like it's like a visual novel with a puzzler in it. That's the only way I've ever heard it literally described, but it's like a puzzle game predominantly. I think it's a pretty fun game. I played it on the PS3. I dabbled in it on the PS4, but I really want to pick it up on the Switch now.
Is that an Atlas game?
It is.
Or does it just smell like an Atlas game?
It is.
No, it's Atlas. They're also going to have some sort of, I think, Persona thing coming into it with Joker. I forget.
Huh.
I don't remember. I know there's going to be something involving Persona in the game now.
Are you sure you're not thinking of Persona like Royale or whatever that
No, like I'm pretty sure when they put out the trailer for it, there was going to be something Persona related in this Switch port. Involving Joker specifically.
It's kind of weird because they're not in the shared universe, are they?
No, they're not. But we'll have to see what happens. I think it's going to be pretty interesting.
It's kind of weird. That's like Atlas's motto.
Yeah,
What? Just being weird.
It's kind of weird.
The special edition for that game on the PS3, I would love to track one of these down, had a pair of boxers in the box. I've always thought that was the funniest thing. I never got the chance to get it back in the day when it first came out.
Kirby Star Allies is like above retail for some reason. It's like
Why?
It's like $75, man.
Where at?
Really?
On Amazon?
On Amazon. I don't know if like
Maybe it's just hard to get right now. I don't know.
It's not. I literally just saw a copy earlier today.
Huh.
Where'd you see it?
Target.
Were you hunting?
I'm always just randomly hunting around for games, no specific real reason to do so, but I saw it there today.
Dude, I'm like I said, I'm in search of a PS4 Pro just in the wild.
You probably have to wait till Christmas.
It's really hard to track down them white ones as opposed to even finding the normal standard version.
Well,
Yeah, the white ones are harder to find for sure.
But I'm always hunting around for that stuff.
Why do you? It's for your cousin, right?
Not anymore. He has one now. It's for me. I'm trying to look for a Pro, a white Pro.
Why are you looking for a PlayStation? You already have one.
I have one that is a base model. There are some games that I want to play enhanced, like The Last of Us and Ghost of Tsushima's coming out in about 2 weeks or a week or so.
It's like a week. It's like a week.
Yeah. So there's a lot of games that I want to play in this very nice graphical fidelity because I love my base PS4. It's the special edition Uncharted one that's like grayish blue. It's really nice, but it's a base model, and so it sounds like a jet's about to take off every time I play. Like The Last of Us, I just beat a week ago, and like it's so loud, dude. It is so loud. But then again, I think there's a bug with the PS4 Pro and The Last of Us where it actually makes the fans run faster. So it actually sounds like a jet's taking off for the Pro as well. So
mine doesn't sound like that.
That's why you're gonna get a giant PS5.
I don't know.
Yeah, why don't you just wait till a PS5? Hunter, what's up, man? Why don't you just wait till PS5?
I'm not sold on that, man.
Why not? You don't mind the you don't want the tower?
I don't want the tower, dude. It's so big, man. It is so big. It's an eyesore. It doesn't look nice, in my opinion.
Yeah,
I don't
what about
know.
the games that come with it? Isn't that the end result about the games, not the
Sure.
console?
Yeah, but
Not really anything super great.
they haven't really told us what's coming out launch day. You know, all that stuff could be 3 to 6 months after launch day. If launch day is just gonna encompass a bunch of games that are on the PS4 but just like enhanced, then does that really justify the purchase? I don't know, man. Xbox is gonna have Halo Day 1, right? The new Halo Infinite. PS4 has to have something big. They better have like a new Infamous or a new Uncharted or something to like really.
Spider-Man Miles.
I mean,
yeah, I'm pretty sure it's already been hinted that Miles Morales is going to be a launch title.
If it's a launch title, I hope that it's a full game. I hope it's not just like an expansion thing.
I bet it's a 20-hour game.
They've clarified that it's like Uncharted Lost Legacy.
And Lost Legacy was, I mean, I put 8 to 10 hours because I take my time, but I know average amount of finish time for that game was like 4 to 6 hours. So I don't know.
I think you'll get like a upgraded version of the first game, and then this kind of new 10-hour game.
Yeah, that would be smart for sure. Double dip a little bit.
Is Miles worth waiting for the PS5 day one, or no?
For me personally, no.
If they had a special edition console with his colors, then yes, that it would be
That
for
could-
me.
Yeah,
They're
that
not
could-
doing any special editions day one.
Truth.
Oh my god, yeah, I know. That's the only thing fighting me, because then when they showed off Oddworld Soulstorm, I was like, okay, like I've been waiting for this for quite a while.
Yeah, I've actually been waiting for that game too. So
I didn't even know Oddworld was still in the limelight at all. I thought I was like one of the last ones that even knew about it.
So are you getting an Xbox then day one?
I'm not getting either day one, man. I'm gonna hang out with my Switch. I'm gonna enjoy my current PS4 library that I still need to finish a bunch of games. So that's why I want the Pro, because the Pro is like the definitive way to play these games. But it also forces me to stay with the PS4 for a bit longer until PS5 kind of gets its feet on the ground.
Well, the PS5 is backwards compatible though.
True. But I never buy into, unless it's Nintendo, I never buy into a generation's first iteration ever.
Is there bugs and stuff?
I mean, it's just because the console gets redesigned in 2 years and there are more games by then. That's just, unless you are a diehard Xbox or PlayStation fan, I don't see jumping into the first iteration of a console. Nintendo's different, especially with the Switch. You had Breath of the Wild day one. That's like, but you also had it on the Wii U, and I love my Wii U, as cumbersome as it is to set up, and how just taking that thing over to my cousin's to play Smash was like not fun. You had to set up everything, even the sensor bar.
Yeah, the sensor bar.
But Bayonetta 2 is like top 10 games for me of all time, and it's a Wii U exclusive. So
no, it's on the Switch now.
Right. But
originally it was Wii U exclusive.
Yeah.
It's a Nintendo platform,
and that was an amazing game. I love that game for what it is. So Bayonetta 3. Hopefully we see something soon.
Yeah, that makes me kind of want to jump into my backlog and actually play that game, because I've been trying to find a Switch game that I blew through all 3 of the BioShocks, and now I want something new to play.
I need to pick up either Outer Worlds. Try it. I've been waiting to see if I can find Outer Worlds at GameStop so I can play it for 7 days and return it if I don't like it. So I'm not a big first person player. But XCOM 2 also. Since you're talking about BioShock, XCOM 2 is something that I want to play.
All the 2K games are on sale this week as well.
Oh, yeah?
They're down to $10 off. They're $40 now.
I don't know, $40 for all 3 of the BioShocks and like every DLC is
I picked up Borderlands Collection today, or ordered Borderlands Collection today.
It's a good game. It runs surprisingly well on the Switch. It's really well put together.
So going back to launch, I don't know about y'all. This is the least excitement I've ever had going into a set of console launches.
Yeah, there is something about it.
If Xbox comes out with I'd be interested because there's rumors they'll have a $200 model, and what Microsoft. I'm curious at how Microsoft is changing their strategy. Not necessarily excited about it, just more like I want to say, because they're going to this more like iPad, we'll sell you a new one every so often, and then the bottom tier will drop off. Which, I don't know, could work.
I don't think they'll do 200, though. 200 seems way low.
Rumors are for the Model S, which the Series S, sorry.
Yeah, whatever
is at 200. Of course, it's digital only. It is not nearly as powerful as it's about like a Xbox One X power wise, maybe a little less. Microsoft of course has a stronger backside to support their console, so they could take a larger hit hardware wise, especially if they're locked down on subscriptions. Phil Spencer's here to play, and this is Phil Spencer's launch.
Yeah, I don't think Phil is I think his pride took a hit. From what I've seen, he's a good guy.
Why did his pride take a hit?
From last generation.
Oh,
I mean, they clearly lost to the play to Sony.
Well, I mean,
they've lost to Nintendo at this point.
He wasn't the guy to
Right.
launch the Xbox One, so I think you're right. Like this one is where it counts for him.
Yeah, and coming from during the 360 PS3 days, 360 was killer, and it wasn't until PS3 remarketed the console to where it had like finally had like a leg in the race with like the Kevin Butler marketing campaign, which is genius in my opinion. And that ended up with the PS3 selling a lot more and somewhat close to the 360, but the 360 days definitely are like they're iconic, for what they did, with Gears and Halo and all that. But and then PS4, like you could tell Sony doubled down. They really did double down in the beginning, the way they sold their console, marketed it, all the first parties, and it was almost by a landslide. Like I was like, wow, how is Microsoft going to catch up? And then a couple years ago they introduced Games with Gold and Game Pass, and it was met with a lot of criticism because it's like, well, how are they going to give us free games by just paying this amount every month, and we're not going to own the game? There was a lot of controversy, but I feel like that kind of rejuvenated their the way that they marketed themselves.
Yeah,
in my opinion.
Going street date with their like release date for their games on Game Pass. Like if you want Halo Infinite, you could legitimately pay $10 a month or $10 and pay 1 month and have it just to try out like a Netflix subscription. That made the service seem way more legit than just putting like 6-month-old games on it.
Right. And so now it's interesting because both companies are still not giving us too much information. I mean,
They're playing
Sony
chicken.
has, they're still playing a big game of chicken, but Sony has revealed the console and how it looks and everything, but they really haven't said what will be there. They haven't even said when it's launching and for what price point.
Doesn't Xbox do theirs this month somewhere?
They've got it sometime in July.
There's a rumor that the PS4 is going to release a release date and price points and all that jazz on July 13th, apparently.
Really?
So let's see what happens there.
That is really close to Microsoft's date. For their first party. So Microsoft is essentially doing Nintendo Directs a month for a bit. Because they had one in June about something. This one in July is going to be their first party stuff, and then there's rumors in August that the budget model will be revealed. So,
Well,
that'd be interesting. I don't know. For $200, I might be tempted to buy an Xbox Digital. If it's low enough, I might be tempted to do it.
yeah, if you're low enough and you're in on those games, and pick up a 3-month subscription for like $25, and have all those, yeah, dude.
The Game Pass is actually at first I didn't like the idea of it, but when they started doing where it was the Game Pass and Xbox Live included in one price, I'm like, Microsoft, you got me, because I hated paying 2 different subscriptions when they could just merge them. It made more sense. You get everything, and it's only $25 or something like that a month, I think, or less. I can't remember.
They've been doing a lot of sales where it's been $25 for 3 months.
Yeah, I've had it since the day they announced doing it, and I'm perfectly happy with it.
Yeah.
You have all 3 systems, Devin?
Yes.
What's your favorite Xbox game?
Are we saying something that's not on other consoles? Because I've always been a weird one. Like, there's certain games for me that feel like they should be on certain consoles. Like, I can have I forget what game I had in my head that was like this. I can have a game on every console and it feels better and more fitted to the Switch than it does on the Xbox for me. I don't know why. It's just always been like that.
Well, tell me what is your favorite Xbox fitted or exclusive game?
Well, right now, I think my favorite Xbox One X game that I actually own right now would probably be Dark Souls 3.
Dark Souls 3. Okay.
I mean, I don't have a lot of Xbox One games because, to be honest, my Xbox, I play it, but it mostly kind of turned into my Netflix machine.
Uh-huh.
But I've been doing most of my gaming since like the Switch came out on either the Switch or dabbling on the Xbox or a little bit on the PS4.
What's your favorite PS4 game?
I would have to say PT, honestly.
PT. What's PT?
It's the Silent Hills trailer that was taken off of the market.
Oh, okay.
It's I don't even know. Not a lot of people get the chance to actually play it anymore, but it's literally the only reason why I still have the PS4.
And what's your favorite Switch game?
Probably Binding of Isaac.
Binding of Isaac still. That was
Yeah.
a launch title. Still 3 years in, huh?
Well, it's just a solid game, really. It's I just like weird little games like that. I always have.
How about you, Bandana? What system? Do you have an Xbox or PlayStation?
Got an Xbox One X and a base model PS4.
All right. What's your favorite Xbox game?
If we're going with exclusives, I'm probably gotta say the Gears franchise. I like gaming on the Xbox a little bit more, but I think that's just because I like the controller more.
Uh-huh.
So that, and like Devin is right on. Like, there are certain games that I consider Xbox games and PlayStation games, even though they're on both. And so like Doom to me is a Xbox One game.
Yeah, that's kind of the exact example. I'm trying to think of the game that I was thinking of. That it's on the Xbox, but I have it on the Switch, and I can't remember what it was. But go on with what you were saying.
But yeah, so Doom is probably my favorite game of the generation. I'd probably say favorite Xbox game. Was super impressed that they pulled it off on the Switch to the degree they pulled it off. I mean,
to interrupt you, 60 Formula just showed up, and he threw out us $10, and he says,
just say it.
Reggie is still the worst. And he loves us.
Okay.
oh, dude, kid, that reminds me. So Devin does this. Like, I've been collecting a specific set of Power Ranger figures, and I got Rocky as the Blue Zeo Ranger the other day, and his head looks completely like Reggie. Like, I looked at the figure and I know, Devin, I want that to come to me so soon.
It's coming. I still need to send you that Just Dance game as well.
Yeah, I got the Blue Ranger and I was like, that's not Rocky, that's Reggie.
I would pay for a Reggie action figure.
So yeah, Reggie's the Blue Ranger if you need to get some Reggie action figure out.
I'd buy 2 and send one to 60 Formula.
But
Yeah.
Ken, now I found the example of what I was talking about. For me, again, like, I know Cuphead originally came out on the Xbox, but it just feels as if it should be a Switch game.
Yeah, it does. Yeah, okay, yeah, that makes sense.
And like Blasphemous. What else here?
The Ori games, like, I love the Ori games, but those feel like Switch games to me.
Like Sonic, kind of, but then I don't even know. But Blasphemous, Cuphead, stuff like that.
Sonic definitely feels like a Nintendo game to me. I don't see myself playing that on any other console.
Yeah, but that's just what I had in my head. And like the Super Lucky's Tale, I know originally came out on the Xbox, but again, that's another one that just, it seems like it correlates with the Switch better for me.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Now, I have a weird thing where Ukulele correlates better with the Xbox for me.
That is
Right.
weird.
And yeah, I don't know why that is, but I've been playing those on Xbox and just like, this feels better.
I've never played those games yet.
It's probably because Banjo-Kazooie Nuts and Bolts was on Xbox, right? And even though at that point Banjo still felt like it needed to be on a Nintendo side of things, right? So maybe that's just how it's like, yeah, you guys can have Ukulele.
Yeah.
But it was Banjo back.
Banjo-Kazooie Nuts and Bolts was an odd game, but I actually liked it. It wasn't anywhere near the original 2 by far, but it was still a decent game, I thought.
This is like the old argument, right? The 20-year argument now. It's, give Rare to Nintendo if you're not going to make Banjo 3, right?
Man, Nintendo should have bought Rare.
Yeah, they should have.
Yeah, they should. I mean, look what they've done with Banjo and Kazooie and Smash. Like that is, it's love. It's so much love.
In this era, though, I can't imagine. They're like, I can see Microsoft playing real nice with the Rare properties in Nintendo. I mean, because they really continue to be like, hey, just buy our games. You can buy them on our platform, but we're cool if you buy them other places.
Yeah, well, we'll see. If Xbox starts dominating the console war, they might change their tune.
So, yeah, maybe. I don't know. I feel like everyone's gonna. I could see a Sony or Microsoft playing real well with the Switch and like saying, "Hey, the Switch is our Game Boy."
Mm-hmm. That's an interesting point. Although Sony hasn't really played nice, I don't think. I think they have one game that's not.
Catherine Full Body. That's a Sony exclusive. It's coming to the Switch now. So
yeah, but it's still Atlas.
But still, it originally came out as a PS3 and PS4 exclusive, nowhere else.
What they really need to do with Atlas needs to do is give us a Persona game on the Switch.
Heck yeah, they do.
A real Persona game.
Yeah, a real Persona game, either like our own. I say our like I own Nintendo, like a Nintendo.
Hey, David.
Don't spoil my plans, but
just buy some stock, dude, and then you could say that.
Like how awesome would it be if they gave us the Persona collection on Switch, like Shin Megami Tensei 1 and 2, Persona 3 from the PS3 2 days, and Persona 4 Golden on the Wii. On the Switch.
I still can't believe PC got Persona 4 Golden before the Switch did.
That is so weird, man. It makes sense. PC has its
neutral ground.
But why wouldn't you put Persona 4 Golden at least on the Switch as well? It's on the Vita.
Yeah, if it's on the Vita, it should be on the Switch.
I'm sure it's not hard to put that on the Switch.
Persona 4 Golden got to the Vita?
Yeah, that's where it
was.
That's where it took off. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. That was like.
Oh wait, no, I was thinking about Persona 5. I'm like, what the heck? Yeah. All right, never mind. We're good. I remember that. Disregard what I said.
Yeah.
So
favorite game on the PS4 would be Final Fantasy VII Remake.
I need to play that.
Nick Clanton owns 100 shares of Nintendo's, so he can say like ours. What about you, David? What's your favorite Xbox game? Because I know you own one. You got one for free, didn't you, at Target?
I did get one. Yep. I gotta say, either Cuphead or Ori. I really love how that plays on the Xbox. It really feels like it's its own. Yeah, they own that IP, and it really feels Microsofty, right?
Did Halo skip Xbox One?
No, Halo 5.
Halo 5. Very beginning of its lifetime, I think.
Okay.
Fairly well panned, because they had some ideas that they just had to rein back in. Like there was supposed to be like kind of some RPG elements that didn't come to fruition.
As you can see, I don't have an Xbox because I don't know anything really about them.
I have an Xbox One X, so I play all the enhanced versions of like Devil May Cry or Resident Evil 2 Remake and Resident Evil 3 Remake. Those I play on the Xbox just because they look better, have the superior model. If I had a Pro, I'd obviously pick it up there. So that's really what I do on the Xbox is play enhanced games. On the PS4,
Last of Us 2 has to be, right?
No. My favorite game on the PS4 has to be shoot. I mean, I probably have to say Uncharted 4.
Really?
Yeah. It's a great game. It's very solid. It's not my favorite of the franchise, but
there's a rumor that Uncharted 5 is happening. Do you think that would be a mistake?
No, I don't think it's a mistake. I love God of War as well. God of War is a really well-made game.
Oh yeah, God of War is pretty lit.
Uncharted 5. I don't know how they would continue the story. To be honest, it'd have to be an offshoot. Maybe a different protagonist. Maybe something else. But they don't. At this point, it would be you'd definitely be like, I don't know, stretching the story a little bit too thin. But I'm not a game developer or storyteller, so and on the Switch, I mean, it's really hard to beat Breath of the Wild.
Yeah, I almost like need to think of another game. It's like Breath of the Wild just is something else. What would be your second favorite on the Switch? Smash Brothers.
Yeah. I mean, just because that's the game that everybody plays. That's the game that I play with everybody. It's such a well-made, polished game.
Oh, and speaking of Smash Brothers, well, actually, I never asked you your favorite Switch game, Bandana. What's that? What would you say?
I mean, Breath of the Wild is. I mean, I wish I'd never played it so I could play it again for the first time.
I feel you.
It's just such a. But I have to probably say Dragon Quest XI.
Dragon Quest 11. Interesting.
Just really love that game.
All right. So ARMS and Smash Brothers. So let's talk a little bit about that. Have you been playing ARMS or Min Min?
I played a little bit of Min Min.
That's so much.
Ridiculous range for sure.
Is she broken?
No, I don't think so. There's definitely exploits to her. She's not a close range character at all. So I was playing with some people that were using her, and she's very deadly from far away. But when you get up in her grill, she can't keep up. So there's a balance to the characters for sure. But she's the only character that can do aerial smash attacks, which is crazy.
What's like aerial smash attack? What do you mean by that? Like,
well, smash attack is on the ground. It's your A move. So you're up smash, down smash, and left and right side smash. But she can do smashes while she's in the air, whereas other characters have it while they're on the ground. So she's the only one that can do both. Also, she can do. She's got arms that switch out. So the B button controls the left arm, and the A button controls the right arm, and then those can also be smashed respectively at different times. So that's unique to her character. It's unique to Smash as well. Every character in every DLC character has like this gimmick, right? Like Joker has Arsene. It's like a meter. Terry has the over 100 go meter. Banjo has the Wonder Wing side special. Hero from Dragon Quest has the MP system, which is really cool. Let's see. Who else? Who else am I missing?
What's up, Calf?
Min Min has, what I just explained. So it's really cool that these DLC characters are so polished and so intricate. So I'm just excited, man. And the ARMS stage and the music is amazing. Like that music is great.
I haven't gotten the chance to download her yet. I probably should after this.
Yeah, I need to download her still. Like, I haven't bought the Fighter Pass. I'm like,
neither have I.
I haven't either. I want to see more of what's coming out.
I plan on getting it. Just the only reason why I wouldn't get it is if Nintendo were to release some kind of definitive edition, which I don't think they're gonna until the next, probably the next console.
Valid point. We'll have to see.
So I'll probably just end up getting it because I don't see myself not getting the next 6 fighters.
Yeah.
That's a good point. Yeah, I don't even think I've touched any of the DLC characters besides Piranha Plant, really. I don't know. I'm not really good with a lot of characters, unfortunately.
El Barto, my main in Smash is Banjo-Kazooie, and I'm always up for a challenge. So
And he's got a mean DDD. Watch out.
Calf man, if you wanna play after the show, we can set something up. And Hunter brings up the Smash competitive scene has been shambles. Yeah, it definitely is. If you guys didn't know, Sakurai was very I saw a meme that, not to make light of the situation, but he was like, he said Smash Brothers is for good boys and girls, and that is correct. And it's come out that a lot of the Smash elite players have taken advantage of people, so they are it's time to get rid of them. And that's pretty much all I can really say about that. And it sucks, but it is what it is. What else is going on in the world? We got 15 more minutes. What else is going on, guys?
Someone donated, Ken.
Oh, Veronica Castillo. Thank
Mom.
you. This is
Thanks, Mom.
This is a lucrative podcast. We gotta get Bandana out more often. Thank you, the mom. She is the mom of the podcast. So Veronica Castillo, thank you very much. I greatly appreciate it.
But there's one thing I wanted to bring up. Now, Ironman VR just came out, apparently. They released a whole new VR set for the PS4. Do you think that the VR set is work with the 5, or are we a whole new one, or what's going to happen with that? Because I feel like if the console's coming out in a few months, really, what's the sense of releasing a whole new VR set?
My understanding is even the VR will carry forward. You can play your PSVR with the PS5, and then there'll be a new model as well that has better resolution.
I think PlayStation would be. I think Sony would be dumb if they don't like if they see virtual reality as a future for them to try to make people rebuy their virtual system or whatever it is, headset. They better carry it over, and it better be compatible with PS5 virtual games.
Yeah, I think, or at least for a year or two.
Mm-hmm.
And so they have to say hey, we have to run this at a higher resolution. But I think they have confirmed early on that the VR headset was going to come.
See, I didn't even know that. I've been curious because I had a VR set and then I sold it because really the only game I was really playing at the time was the Rush of Blood game and the Rick and Morty game. Both really fun, but I also didn't have Resident Evil on the PS4 at the time. I wanted to try that, but I was entertaining getting it. But if I'm going to get the PS5, I don't want to buy that too and have it be basically a paperweight.
You might want to I would definitely suggest waiting then because a nicer one will come out, but they will probably.
That's true.
But yeah, ever since we moved, I haven't even taken the PS4 out, or the PSVR out of the box.
True.
How good is it? Is it like you're actually there? Because I've actually only VR I've ever done was really the Switch VR, and I know that's not the best.
I think home VR, you have to have experiences that are vastly different than what you were thinking of. My favorite game is Tetris Effect.
I want to play that so bad.
I would say the PSVR is definitely really fun. My only problem was the lenses I noticed were getting really fogged up, and I also could not get the resolution to, for lack of a better description, to focus. I don't know if it was my eyes were bugging out or what, but it was very rare that I could get it to focus properly.
Yeah.
Anyone ever play Super Hot VR?
No, but it's on my list of want-tos because I put the regular Super Hot is so good.
I actually don't know much about it. Hunter said something like Super Hot was fun.
It's a
I played Super Hot on my Xbox, and yeah, that's a really fun game. It's hard though.
Actually, a really cool thing that I did on VR that I think Devin would appreciate is on YouTube, a guy told his son about the Back to the Future ride that used to be at Universal.
Okay.
Wanted to go ride it, and he's like, well, it doesn't exist anymore. So he recreated it in VR with the movie. And so I set that up so I could ride the Back to the Future ride on VR.
That's cool. I didn't know that. That's awesome. Okay.
Cloverzilla, what's up, man? Well, there's some other news that I was going to bring up, but I can't think of it at the moment. Anyone play the new Pokemon game yet?
The new Pokemon game.
It's
are you talking about the
League of Legends? The League of Legends one, has that come out yet?
Oh, no. I don't think so.
Okay. Any thoughts on that, Bandana? We talked about it last week.
Good reason for the Nintendo Directs to go away and just shadow drop something.
Mm-hmm.
I think people would have been way happier just to have a shadow drop of that than to be told, hey, in a week we're coming with another Direct.
Yeah, that was definitely a letdown.
I don't know. The MOBA thing has so passed. We're 2 or 3 years since MOBAs were at their height.
Mm-hmm.
But maybe. I'm not a huge MOBA fan, so I can't see myself getting super into it. But yeah, that was. I think, like I said, that just goes back to, that's another thing with shadow drops. You kill disappointment, really. Like
Yeah.
Like you don't give fans the chance to build it up in their head. Like, oh man, the remake of because like fans were like, hey, there's several silver and gold Pokemon behind him, and maybe that's a tease, and like, or just Pokemon.
Yeah, that's a good point because, like, at this point, a Nintendo Direct follows us. Nintendo has to do this, though. I mean, the PlayStation, they try to do it and stuff, but they haven't really nailed it just yet. But like a Nintendo Direct, it starts with a really good game, and then you see the announcer or host, and he's going to show you some games. Some new games, and then it goes to a couple games that you already know that exist, some like extended gameplay, and then you get more just some new announcements, and then the final announcement is after you think it's over, and that final game has to be awesome, and if it's not awesome, it leads to disappointment.
Yeah, I remember watching the second Pokemon Direct, and like staring at the next screen, like, okay, when's the next thing? Oh, this is over.
Yeah.
Oh, hey. Yeah. Wow. Oh,
I didn't even watch it. I only watched like a replay for Pokemon Snap on the first one.
Yeah, I didn't tune into that at all, man. I was catching it on Twitter because, I mean, I love Pokemon as much as the next guy, but I didn't anticipate anything. Now, if it was Pokemon Let's Go Johto, which is rumored, that's where my ears are perked a little bit.
I think they said there wasn't going to be another Let's Go. Like, I think they said they were going to be done with it, but you never know.
It sold so well, man. Let's Go Pikachu, Let's Go Eevee sold so well, and they created pretty much like a brand new little engine or something for that, so they can, like, the Pokemon Company is known to hash out, like, go back to old properties and hash out like remakes. Like they did it for Gold and Silver, they did it for Red, Blue, and Yellow, they did it for
I mean, is the speculation not on like? Oh, sorry.
What kind of brain fart? Gosh,
what is it, David? What is it?
Emerald and Sapphire. They did it for. I mean, it's either going to be remakes of Diamond Pearl, which I don't know if that really is going to happen, or do another. Do another. I can't think, guys, right now. Sorry, I don't know why my train of thought, but Silver and Gold, if they did something, if they pretty much did a sequel to Let's Go Pikachu, Let's Go Eevee with like Let's Go, whatever some Pokemon were from Gold and Silver. I mean, that would make them some money, and then they would have time to develop the next mainline Pokemon game, because I know it was, this last one was met with criticism, but they're giving us 2 DLCs, which is great. But I know fans want to see like the next big thing as well, the next big installment, which in my opinion, I don't think needs to happen for another 2-3 years. But
well, the model would say we'd get a remake next year. I think they would give it a year, then do the enhanced versions, which is now DLC, and then a remake. Which, if they did a remake of Gold and Silver with the Sword and Shield engine, I would be all over that. But I don't want another Let's Go, because Let's Go is stupid.
How do you really feel?
Yeah.
Devin,
podcast, so I can't really go into my real feelings.
Yes, sir.
the are those the Ghostbusters behind you?
Right there.
Yeah. Okay. From far away, it looks like a like I don't know if you guys ever heard of Menudo.
Menudo?
No. What?
I think Ricky Martin was part of that when he was a kid.
Why?
Menudo.
Yeah, Menudo. Yeah.
Menudo.
How?
Bandana, do you know of them?
Yes, I know Menudo, son.
From far away, don't they look like?
I don't understand.
I mean, I don't know if I would have guessed Ghostbusters. Oh no!
Okay, so is this the lead singer then? Like, what the?
Oh, dude,
That's Ricky. That's Ricky Martin as a 12-year-old, right?
Okay.
Milo.
Okay, I can see you having a weird reaction to this one because he pretty much looks naked if you don't notice the clothing.
That's him. That's Ricky Martin right there.
Oh god.
Yeah, I don't know Menudo songs, so I'm just going to solo.
Okay.
Hey, Devin, while we're showing toys, you want to like put a Power Ranger action figure back up? Just saying.
So you can have
I miss you. I miss you.
Pet.
Is the Black Ranger your favorite?
That is a special one Devin found for me because Devin is the alpha male hunter of collecting, and it's a special Walgreens exclusive because Walgreens has exclusive toys.
I was just about to say,
It's
like,
so weird that Walgreens have
time-
exclusives.
Exactly. In the entire time that I've been collecting and all kinds of stuff, and when I find out Walgreens has something like Target, it's relatively easy to find generally. Walgreens is literally an apocalypse to find something exclusive. I try to find something for myself, can never find it. I walk in on a whim to find his thing, and it's right there.
I
So,
saw-
you first loved me.
I saw a thing yesterday. There was it was like I don't know. It just showed all the Power Rangers in one scene, and I have no idea where it's from or something. But it was like all the Power Rangers from past series, and the
It's probably the initial first episode of the Pirate Power Rangers, which is an amazing episode, I think. I like that
I'm
one.
just amazed that Power Rangers are still around.
And we're thankful for that.
It's so
my
bad.
I actually have no idea because, like, I was a big Power Rangers purist for like the first crew.
Purist.
I can't for very many years I could not get past like, oh, why are there Cop Power Rangers and Pirate Power Rangers? But then I had no idea that they all connected, and that it just kind of like brought it back into like that they're actually still holding true to it. I thought they were just making up new ones just to make money.
Just offshoots.
Yeah.
I think it's both.
Oh yeah, it's definitely both.
They're still
It's
connected though.
It kind of like they have to like write in reasons. Like it's fun stuff.
It's a multiverse. That's all you have to know.
It's
Everything's a multiverse nowadays.
I still say Animal Crossing is technically a multiverse because why would there be a KK on everybody's island, a Blathers on everybody's island?
But
It's
how
a
can you go
multiverse.
visit them though? Is it just some time portal that opens up as you go to visit?
That's what the planes are for. That's why like they have to be opened in just this special way.
So if anybody's a Doctor Who fan, that's just the TARDIS where the chameleon circuit actually works.
So,
Class is huge.
Bandana, I know. So you're, are you just a Final Fantasy VII fan, or are you like a Final Fantasy fan in general?
I am Final Fantasy fan, probably up to. I mean, I like them all, but I kind of fell off at 10, and I'm having to come back. Final Fantasy IV is my favorite of all time.
So
Is
if
that
What's that?
go ahead, Devin.
the one with the villain Kefka?
No,
I can't remember which one that was.
I can't remember the villains. I mean, it's all some mega scary space demon at the end.
True.
But Rida, like someone turns out to be the main character's brother. It was like the first game I ever played where there was like a serious story.
True.
That's why it holds on to me. But what were you saying, David? Or
So if I were to, because I've never played Final Fantasy VII, the original. If I were to play Final Fantasy VII, in order to play the remake, should I play the entire game or just up to the end of the bombing run?
It is up to you. Honestly, I don't think Final Fantasy VII is one of my favorite games of all time. It is on the top 10 list, the original, and this one is high up there too. I don't think you have to really play the original to appreciate anything in the remake. This remake really makes us have a discussion on what a remake in a video game is.
Well, it's I've never played the original one, but it seems like it's shot for shot everything that was included of the original game, and then added so much more.
There are
At least everything in the first section, I should say. But go on.
Yeah, there are a lot of things that like connect with the original game, but there's more added plot points, characters. I mean, because you get more fleshed out characters now. I mean, just because the technology is far more advanced. The Midgar section in the original game is maybe 6 hours, 7 hours if you're really trying to take your time. This game is like 40 hours, and I don't even, from what I understand, I haven't finished it yet. You might not even be looking at the same roadmap at the end. Like this series looks to go in a way different direction than what the original game does.
Yeah.
Okay. So I would recommend. It plays great on a base model PlayStation 4, and I'm amazed by the graphics. It made me play my PlayStation 4 way more than I had been, even on other games. But yeah, and I would definitely recommend picking up the original on Switch.
Because I want to play the original. I just don't know. I mean, it being a JRPG, from the 90s, I don't know how.
Be careful what your next words are.
I was gonna say I don't know how long it would be.
It's Final Fantasy VII is about a 40-hour game. The original. Okay. If you play through it, maybe 40 to 50.
I need to play through it still too. I actually have downloaded, but.
And yeah, I mean, both are great games. I can't recommend both enough. I guess I might like the original more just because the feeling I had playing it. It is what won me over from I abandoned the 64 for PlayStation because of that game. I may have admitted that in enemy territory.
Dun dun dun.
Do you think that they will bring Final Fantasy 13 and 13-2 to the Switch?
Those are two I haven't actually touched. I was away from video games at that point when they came out. Maybe. I mean, the capabilities are there. Everything you look at on the Xbox 360 should be just a treasure trove of possibility for Wii games or Switch games. Right. Just because that's the power you've got. I was trying to think, what was I thinking of that was a great 360 game that I thought would be awesome on the Switch? Well, there's an awesome 360. Yeah, all of them. So, but yeah, I didn't really touch 13. I can't really testify to it, but 10 is awesome.
Portal was on
Portal. Anything by Bethesda or not Bethesda?
If
Valve.
they put Portal on the Switch, I would die happy.
I would love a Valve collection on the Switch.
All they need to do is put the orange box. The orange box would be phenomenal on the Switch.
Portal 2. Yeah, I'd be down. And
put the orange box and add in Portal 2. Oh my god, I would die.
And Left 4 Dead 1 and 2. Bam.
All right, boys. Well, it's 8:03, so we got to call it quits. Hunter brought up an interesting theory, though, that in Animal Crossing, they fly through the Bermuda Triangle, and that's how they cross interdimensions, the multiverse. I don't
know. I'm putting it out there. I might actually make a video on that now that I think of it.
Do it,
putting it out there. It's definitely a multiverse.
Do it.
Okay. The intro for your video.
And I'll be an expert. Like, I'll dress up and be an expert for you. Also, Calf Man, hit me and David up. Maybe we can get that game going finally. But guys, it's 8:04, so every week we do this at 8:04. I mean, it's 9:04. We do it at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and that is what's the banging noise? There's killer clowns upstairs. So guys, it's dangerous to go alone. Join us next week as we continue just talking nerdy stuff with you guys. We love you guys. Thank you so much, everybody, especially Aiden, Veronica, David, or Veronica Castillo, David's mom, Nick Clanton, and Aiden Quinn. You guys, and 60 Formula. I begrudgingly thank him for what he made me say. But you guys rock, and every one of you guys are cool. We'll see you next week, guys. Have a good day.
Peace.